Kwesi Millington here, certified speaking coach from communicate2create.com. And today I'm going to talk about the concept of primacy and recency. Now, there are three ways that you're going to pick up here to start your speech and three ways to end your speech. And why is that important? Because if you don't have a powerful beginning and a powerful end to your speech, unfortunately, people may forget what your speech was about and what you said. Now, the flip side is also true. If you can end well and start well, people will forgive what I call a middling middle or a mediocre middle if you start and end well. So let's go through three ways to start your speech with a bang, as they say. Now, the first is a statement or question. Can you come up with a statement or a question that may make people think? A question that kind of goes into their life and is something that is almost rhetorical but makes them reflect on their own lives, or a statement that makes them think. Can you start off right off the bat with that, as opposed to just hi, thank you for having me, etc. Those what Craig Valentine calls unpleasant pleasantries. And the second way is to have a startling quote. Now, you can have a quote from a favorite poet or author that you like, and you can also go to a book and pull a quote out that applies to your topic, that makes people think and gets them ready for the topic or the material that you're going to be going through. So think of a quote that you can possibly use to start your speech. And finally, there's nothing wrong with going right into your story. You know, not like it was a dark, stormy night or anything of that nature, but just right into your story. You can introduce the characters, you can find a way to cleverly start your story and get right into it with your audience. And that will show the audience, hey, this guy came to speak or this lady came to speak, and they're getting right into it, so I better listen. So those are three ways to start your speech very powerfully. Now, let's go to the end of the speech. Three ways to end your speech. The first is with power. There's three P's to ending your speech. The first is power. You can have an unexpected moment. I'm sure you may have seen movies where they, drop the mic or something like that. And that just is a powerful way to end whatever the song or the speech. So think of a way that you can end that is not typical, just thank you and leave the stage. Think of some way to end. Sometimes I may use a question at the end and it'll make them think, or just a unique way that's not always done. The second is what I call the pain. You have probably talked about a problem or some pain in your story, and going over the payoff to that pain again can drive home your points. So you can actually go through and remind the audience of the payoff that will result for them if they take your process and cure their pain and go through that way. So just think of the pain that you resolved and a way to review it at the end of your speech. And finally, the point. If you could summarize your speech in one sentence, what would it be? If that can be some type of memorable phrase or statement that you can drive home, that is easy to remember for your audience, ending your speech that way is a great way for them to take it home and remember what you spoke about. So when people ask them, hey, what did that lady speak about? They'll say, boom, that main point to end. So just to review, start with a statement or question, startling quote, or right into your story, and you can end with power, reviewing the pain, or going over your point again. So take those 6 points and really ensure that you start and you end your speech powerfully, because then your speech and message will be the most memorable to your audience. So sign up at Communicate to Create. It's coming up at the end of the video here, and I will see you next time for another speaking tip.